good afternoon, good morning, good evening, Shoggoth. What should we do today? A few dots and then have a look at these jellyfish, I think. Yeah. Please let me know if you can hear me and see me and stuff. Little bit ill today. Sore throat. That's it, really. Been for a walk. Found a protein shake that isn't gritty and disgusting. So that's cool. I've been through a lot of them. I just assumed they were all terrible. But I found one that is not good, but not terrible. So I had a protein shake. I am actually hungry though. But it's quite late. Bryony says, can hear. Thank you. So, yeah. We're doing this illustration here. What are you doing? It is hobby time or work time. It's sit down and be creative time. Let me know what creative thing you are doing. Or if you're not doing that at all. Maybe you're sleeping. Let me know if you're sleeping. Can you hear the fan? I've got a fan on because it's hot. Ah, so many dots. This week I have walked every day. Which is nice. I met a cat. It was old and sleepy. What did we do? We took a dog for a walk at some point in some woods nearby. It was nice. The dog that we borrowed, we took for a walk. A nice length walk. A bit too long for my old bones. But not too long, really. I want to start running again, so... Well, yeah, I want to start running again, but I went and had a running foot shoe test. And the only shoes that were right are super expensive. I think they're about as expensive as shoes get, so... Well, running shoes, not like silly shoes. So, I thought if I can get out of the house every day and go for a walk, then that can justify spending that much money on a pair of running shoes. if I can get out of the house every day to walk, then I can get out of the house like 3 times a week to run. It is super hot though, but it's not even really hot yet. It's just still too hot for me. Not very good with the heat. Leg crease. Yeah, not much else. I managed to do one class of BJJ, even though my shoulder's really bad. I went to the doctors and they basically said rest it and do some physio. I mean, I went to see the physio. They gave me some exercises that I don't see helping. But we rest, we exercise, we do it anyway. And hopefully the shoulder gets better. They said partial tear, possibly, or tendonitis. I don't know how similar those things are symptom-wise. But either way, I think rest and rehab are the solutions. Still going to train. I'm not going to roll. Still going to train because I need to. I mean, I was supposed to train yesterday, but I didn't. I figured it would be good to rest it a little more. So I'm not sure how much I'll train next week. It'll definitely be 1. Hopefully be 2, but I'll see how my shoulder feels. That's kind of how it's going at the moment. No fan. Thank you very much, Bryony. I am very hungry. Protein shakers, not much fuel. I think it's only 100 calories or something. Not enough. Not enough calories. I was thinking about putting some creatine in it. I've never tried creatine, and everyone seems to use it, so I'm not going to do steroids. I might as well do something. And it's like a tiny little amount, so I can just put it in there. It's like a 1/10 of the amount of protein powder, so why not? Won't even notice. I just do 3 grams. Probably plenty. Yeah, I went to the gym this week, obviously. I haven't missed a week yet since I started, which was quite a while ago now. At least 6 months ago. I think so I started going to the gym to do deadlifts because I was told by a physio that it may help my back, and I believe it has helped my back. And I think I've probably got about as much as I'm going to get out of it healing wise. But now I just like it. Just enjoy deadlifting. And I'm getting pretty good numbers now. So, not really lifting for my back anymore, just lifting for fun. But if I go to the gym with a bad back, after a set of deadlifts, it's much better. I mean, my back always hurts, but it alleviates some pain for like a day or two, which is awesome. Quite heavy deadlifts. When I first started, I couldn't do. I could only do 80 kilos, which is not a lot. I think at the time I was 93 kilos, and then that was just because of my back pain. And then I got through like one cycle of training, I suppose, and then I deadlifted 150, and then I went through a second time through that, and I did 160, and then now more than halfway through my third, and I'm hoping for 170. 180 would be amazing, but 170 would be fine. What should we talk about? Ask me a question. Or what do you want to know? My specialties are drums, jiu-jitsu, I suppose, and maybe the Adobe suite or drawing in general. I'm not an expert at jiu-jitsu. I am a purple belt. A purple belt. I know enough to help out if you have any questions. Especially if they're about anything I'm good at. That would certainly help. Working our way up this leg. Let's work our way back down. What are you going to have for dinner? Because I'm not sure what I'm going to have. I've had chili the last 2 nights. I have beans of some what's the word? Configuration. Some configuration of beans. Maybe. Or maybe salad. I do have salad. I feel like salad's not going to fill this hole that I have. What do you like, and how did you get into it? How did I get into drums? When I was about 14. Yeah, all I could hear was the drums. I mean, I don't think I heard bass in a song until I was in my 20s, mid-20s. But I heard drums constantly, and then I played drums in my head for a long time before I ever picked up sticks or had a drum kit. I had to like 2 or 3 lessons in school, and the first time I sat down behind a kit, the teacher asked how long I'd been playing, and I said, "This is my first time sitting behind a kit." And then they got me to, read off the first few things. Drum music is very easy to read, especially simple drum music, like the first few things you learn. It's not like you can do it intuitively. You don't need to learn anything to be able to read drum music. My computer made a noise. I'm not sure what that noise was. Nothing popped up. Anyway, so I read these the first like 3 grooves or whatever, played them, and then he refused to believe that it was my first time playing. He thought I'd been learning for months, which sounds like a brag, and it is. I was pretty happy with that, seeing as I'd never even picked up sticks. And yeah, I got some sticks, and I used to play along on the air drums at home to songs. Then eventually, I pulled all my money together from like everyone in my family. I asked, I think everyone in my family pulled their money together, I should say. And I got a drum kit, and I had it at my friend's house, above his parents' bedroom. And I used to play it, and for some reason, they didn't care. Maybe they were just super nice. Because I bet I was bad. And I didn't just, like, struggle through cut, cut. I would have just been, blah, 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 pretending to myself that I knew what I was doing. And then eventually, it turned into knowing what I was doing. And I have always been really lucky with drums. So I started playing drums when I was 15, but I could already sort of play. And I've been playing guitar since I was 7, but I suck at guitar. I also, have a couple of guitars next to me all the time. I pick them up and play them all the time, and I still suck at guitar. Whereas drums, I've never had a chance to practice them. Not really. I mean, there's been a couple of times in my life where I've had the opportunity to, and I've used it. So like maybe 6 months or like 3 months of being able to play a few times a week. I worked in a pub, and we lived around the corner, and in between us and the pub was a strip club, and above the strip club we had a studio. Not very long I was there for, but I learned like every Mars Volta track. Well, the first 3 or 4 albums, I suppose. Is Octahedron the 4th album? I think I learned up to Octahedron. There is actually one song on Octahedron, one groove, that I think I only played once. I tried it many times, but it's a very difficult groove. It's in... Yeah, I'm going to have to look up the track list because I can't remember. It's been a while. Octahedron? Well, I swear it's not any of those songs. That's interesting. I'm sure it was this album. I don't think it was Bedlam, but maybe it was Bedlam. It was Bedlam and Goliath. Okay, it was Ouroboros from Bedlam and Goliath. One groove in that I couldn't play. I hope I could play it now, but I'm not sure. That was when I was 19. And yeah, I've had a few gaps where I've stopped playing for 3, 4, 5. I think one gap was 6 years long. So I haven't played solidly all this time, but still, I'm confident in my ability to play drums. And most people say I'm the best drummer they've ever worked with, so either there's lots of bad drummers or I'm quite good. Or both. That's my that's about the extent of my arrogance or just belief in myself. There's nothing else I feel that way about. So if I change the background colour, these legs are going to be lumpy, aren't they? Oh, no. That's actually okay. I thought these would be sticking out. Well, that's cool. I'm sure there's other bits where it has happened, but not along here, so that's good. Right, where are we? What Pokemon would you be? It's a good question. I'm gonna answer just from Gen 1, maybe Gen 2. Let's have a look. So I don't know all of the Pokemon from anything past those two generations. Just looking for a picture. Okay. What Pokemon would I be? Probably like Blastoise, someone big. Just because I am big. Maybe Muck, because I'm a big amorphous blob. Um, I'd say Snorlax, but I'm not very sleepy. It's the one thing I'm not. We've only got a boxing and a kicking Pokemon. There's no oh, there is. I think there are grappling Pokemon later on, but I don't know them. Oh, I used to do kickboxing, so maybe Hitmonlee. What other possible ones are there? Used to really like Golem, but I think I'm more of a grind. What the hell does that? Graveler, yeah, that's it. I feel like it'd be pretty cool to have 4 arms, even if 2 of them are like little vestigial arms. um, I think Blastoise would be pretty good. I can't swim, so maybe not. I'm quite green, so maybe Venusaur. He's a chunky boy. But yeah, my favourite Pokemon growing up, I remember when I got so the first thing came out, and then it was Jungle and Fossil. When the first ones came out, I can't really remember what I had. I had a few cards, but I don't think I had any. I don't think I'd opened that many packs. So you got one with Charizard, one with Venusaur, one with Blastoise, like a whole deck. And I think I had the Blastoise one of that. I am not a Charizard fan. I have never been a Charizard fan. I've never got the appeal of Charizard. Blastoise and Venusaur are cooler. I mean, Blastoise is definitely cooler. Venusaur is just not Charizard, so I think that's why I prefer it. Couldn't tell you who I picked first on my first ever playthrough though. Probably Squirtle, but I don't know. Yeah, what I can't. I'm trying to think what was even on it. I'm not sure what came out in that first set, in the base set. That's what it was called. But I remember Jungle and Fossil. My favorite. Like I remember opening a pack that was Jungle, and I got Jolteon, and I was like, it was such a beautiful card. But like everyone had Arbok, so that was probably in a thing as well. Machamp came in a deck as well. Um, I loved Alakazam, that card. My favourite was Gengar. My favourite is still Gengar, probably. It was just a beautiful card, really nice hues of purple. I had that. I mean, I had them all, by the way. I had the full base set, jungle and fossil, all hollows and non-hollows. And then a kid along the road stole them from me. Then when I was about, I'm not sure how old I was. When I was older and I had money, I got them all again. I didn't bother with getting every single version of every single card, just one of each card. I'm not sure if I still have the complete set. I think I need to replace a couple of cards because they're maybe they're a bit beat up. They weren't mine. I mean, they weren't opened from a pack, so they were like. Some of them were mine from my original set. He didn't steal the whole set. He stole like a load of them, like most of them. Yeah, I shot him with a paintball gun. Wouldn't advise that. Everyone was very angry with me. But he stole my Pokemon cards and didn't give them back. Here we are. I really loved that Butterfree card, was really nice. The Aerodactyl card was cool. It was like quite different. Lapras, I think, might have come in a deck as well. Seem to remember having a few Laprases kicking about. The Ancient Mew card, I went and bought. I bought like 5 of them off eBay or 3 of them off eBay for like a couple of quid each, just because I wanted the nostalgia of them. Gave one away, I think. Maybe 2. No, I only have one person to give them away to. I gave 1 away, and then I probably have the other 2. Or I gave 2 away. I have 1. Don't know. Ancient Mew card was cool. I had Mewtwo. I mean, I had them all, yeah, as I said. Gyarados, I think, also came in a set. Yeah. I don't really remember playing Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow. I remember playing them later, but the first game I really remember playing was years later. But I really sessioned it hard every night, and that was Crystal. So that was Silver and Gold era, so Gen 2. I can't remember what I had. My friend had Pokemon Yellow. I assume I had Pokemon Blue, but I think it might have been my sister that had it. I just can't remember that far back. Yeah, all those grass ones in the jungle set. Victory Bell, Vileplume, Venomoth maybe? Was Nidoking and Nidoqueen in the jungle set? I feel like it might have been. Butterfree. Just, oh, Jolteon. All those hollows were just beautiful. I don't really remember Flareon and Vaporeon, like how I felt when I got them or anything. Just really remember that Jolteon. That was a happy day for me. You tell me what Pokemon I would be. And what Pokemon you would be. Currently I'm playing a Blissey deck. I was playing Gengar deck, but it was too tough to make work against the current meta decks. Whereas Blissey's quite a lot more defensive. Gengar takes too long to set up. I was really struggling to get set up. I'd always have to sacrifice at least 1 card. It's a really cool deck, and like in a different meta, it would work really, really, really well. Yeah, it just depends what other people are playing. Drink some water. Bit of a blocked nose as well. But I did sound pretty sexy when I woke up. So, yeah. Okay. We are lightly down one leg. Let's finish this arm and then take a look at the jellyfish. I want to make some, what they called? Compound paths to spread some gradients across bits that I want to spread gradients across. You'd be Mew, yeah. Or you think I'd be Mew? Which one? You think you'd be Mew or you think I'd be Mew? I'm not sure if I'd be Mew. I think you could be Mew. Wait on that answer. Yeah. Still buying Pokemon cards. They've gone up in price a bit. What, 2 packs for like £9.70 or something yesterday? Insane. And what's they used to be? I think they used to be, well, they were £2 in most places. £2.50 was a rip-off, but you could also get them for like £1.25 sometimes, which was awesome. Um, hmm. Yeah, I wish they were still £1.25 or £2. I even wish they were £2.50. It wasn't even that long ago that they were still £2.50. Now they've doubled in price. Unreasonable. I mean, it just means I buy way, way, way less. If they're £2.50, I would buy 4 packs every week. The fact that they are nearly £5 means I'll buy 2 packs once a month. Maybe 4 packs. I suppose at worst you're getting half the amount of money. You'd be Mew. Okay. Agreed. Who would I be? If you say anything other than Muck, I'll be disappointed. Make sure you have a stretch. Oh, it's quite cool and nice now. What's a good temperature for me? Alright, I'm getting distracted, aren't I? That's okay. Not sure what else has been going on, really. Lots of walking. I need to get back into painting. I just feel like I haven't had the time. My friend gave me a Nazgul. Nazgul? Now I'm second guessing myself. No, that's not what they're called. Fell Beast. Fell beasts are monstrous, wyvern-like creatures that were bred by Sauron to be steeds for his lieutenants, the Nazgul. So the Nazgul are the riders. And the fell beasts are the... I think I always thought they were Nazgul. Maybe I just called them both Nazgul. Then you got ring wraiths. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, he gave me an unopened Nazgul fell beast. So I really want to paint that, but I have to finish my Pathfinders still. I was thinking about painting the Nazgul on stream because it might make me actually paint it. But I kind of need to finish my Pathfinders before I do that. So maybe I should get on that. Gengar, yes. Very safe bets there. Small. I've got a small mouth though. Very small mouth. Look. Gengar's got a very big mouth. He's all mouth. Really. At least like, what was that? Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar? Mega Gengar? I can't remember. No, not Mega Gengar. One of them is all mouth. Oh, wait. Saw it then. What are you? I don't know where that picture's gone. Well, one of them's all mouth. I have to know. Gigantamax. Okay. Well. Gigantamax is all mouth. I don't know the lore, so I don't know why he turns into Gigantamax. What makes him turn into Gigantamax? Let me know if you know. Okay, right, let's have a look at this jellyfish. Because I've been meaning to do this for ages. Right. Let's double click and let's find all the blue bits. All the dark blue bits. Let's start with this bottom dark blue bit, I think. Few bits here. Is that everything? Well, we'll find out in a minute. And then... Ah, crap. Alright, let's start that again. Right, let's click off that. Highlight all these guys. I'm just shift clicking here. I think. Yep, I am. Looks like them all. That's probably all of them. Yep, it's all of them. Right, object, compound path, make. Now let's just see what looks good, I suppose. Let's use this color because I like it. And let's make ourselves a gradient. Ah, I see. That's not working, is it? I have to grab just this. Okay. We'll do it on here and then we'll move it around. We'll make it work. No, don't want that. What am I doing? 90 degrees. Come on. Okay, 180 degrees. Okay, not that either. Minus 90, that's what I wanted. Okay. Let's put that there. Then I think we will come off this. It's going to be a lot easier to do. So I'm just Control Shift G to ungroup. Not sure if that's the best idea, but let's just remove this. Can I grab this on this layer? No, that is on just on line art layer. That's good. Wait, there isn't a line art layer. Well, okay, the line art layer is. Oh, it's on the ink, right? Yeah, cool. That is still my compound thingy. Compound path still exists. Right, great. Hey, thank you. So I'm not sure what I want to do with these colours. I think I want to introduce some green or something. I'm not sure. Purple. Yeah, I want purple in there. Just checking that everything's working. It's working. Let's try a bit of purple. I mean, that's amazing. I really love that. So I think we're going to have to go with pink. Yeah, and get a bit of red into that pink. So usually I'd do something around that. So let's have a look at that. So that is around 50. Okay. Yep, I love it. I think might have to change this blue, but it's sort of a green. I think make it a bit more blue. I'm not even on it. Hey, there you go. Hmm. Let's leave it like that for now. We'll have a think about it another time. Just glad to have made a tiny bit of progress on it. Back to dots, I'm afraid. Got too many to do. Chuck another question at me if you've got one. If you want to know anything. Let me spread my knowledge. I think after this, I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat food, obviously, and watch Physical 100 Season 2. Because it's good. It's great food viewing. Just want to get these a bit more dense if I can. Just add random ones, it doesn't matter. Let's... Alright. What's happening tomorrow, at least? Phoning the doctors. Really, real fun stuff. Yep. Doctors and Jimu. I feel like my Japanese has got a lot better. Things are starting to come together a little. Not loads, but a little. Duolingo is very slow. But my last Japanese lesson was pretty good. Can't remember what we did. Oh, yes. My Japanese teacher and good friend should be joining me on stream next Sunday. It'll be a later one. The evening, as he's busy during the day. But yeah, I think he'll be doing something 3D whilst I do this. He is a 3D man. That's what he is. He was a generalist. He's now supervisor, 3D generalist. But yeah, it's interesting. We've spent all the time together at school, and every lesson that we had together, we wouldn't do the lesson, we'd just draw. I drew in every lesson, in fact. And yeah, he was always very sort of scrappy. And then he went into quite a clean form of art, which I find quite interesting. Like, he always used to write in capitals, like scribbled. Yeah, hopefully, as long as it all works, we need to do a test run sometime this week. Test everything's working. Well, work out how to get it working, really. We don't actually know what we're doing yet. How we're going to present us. But I should be able to just share his screen on my screen for y'all. That'd be really good. I'm excited for you to meet him because he's the best dude I've ever met. He is a fantastic human. Full of love and joy and jokes, laughter and well-meaning. And I'm very proud of him. He moved to London. Got a shit job as a runner. Worked his way up. You know, he was living on 10,000 a year in London for like 2-3 years. All sorts of crap, you know. Like really impossible stuff for years. And then, you know, 10 years later, he's still there. I mean, it's been more than 10 years now, I think, but after being there for like 10 years, he finally got the job he went up there for. And anyone that employs that man is lucky to have him. I would also, oh, man, I couldn't. You'd be so lucky if you like had him as a boss. But yeah, tough job, tough industry, but he made it. He didn't give up. I gave him options. Said, come down, come down, come back home. We'll start a company. We'll do something together. He said, no, I must make this work. And he did. Hey, smudged one. You don't want smudged ones. Eventually, this is all going to start coming together and looking good. I promise. Sometimes it feels to me like it's not going to. Like right now, for instance. But it always does come together. And in the end, it looks great. Oh, we're doing a bit of light on that side. Cool, that's fine. This, I think we want most of this done, right? Most of this is going to be in shadow. Doesn't have to be dense, but... Yes, so my friend, if we can't get it working, we'll do something else. But he will be on stream at some point, and then when I finished this piece finally, we're going to do a stream where we just ask each other questions and show off the sort of world he's in, because he often says things to me and I can't necessarily picture what he's talking about because I don't know. Often, most of the time, I can picture what he's talking about because I know a little about what he does. But sometimes I cannot. So it'll be mostly his screen, I think, with that, and we'll just go through some cool processes in, like, I don't know, Maya, 3ds Max, DaVinci, whatever people use. Can't remember what the current industry standards are. But it's going to be some of them, isn't it? Some, if not all of them. Right, let's start just building up an idea of where we want this shadow. Not dense shadow, but just light. Can you go away, random anchor point? Right, it's looking a bit stretched there, but this amount of zooming in looks good. So yeah, the friend I was talking about earlier, where I have my drum kit, it's the same person. My dearest friend. Well, we're lagging pretty hard. I'm gonna save it because I don't trust it. that just happens. It's a pretty big file. How long have we been going? An hour. Well, we'll do a little bit longer. I want to get a few more dots done. But I've run out of things to say. I can't think of anything. So, yeah. I don't want you to just... be bored. I mean, you know, this is a chill stream. No such thing as bored. But I don't want to sit here in silence. I'll answer any questions you got. And if you just write a question in the comments, I will answer it next time. If I don't see it this time. I'm here every Sunday. Somewhere between 2 and 4. Sometimes a little later. Next week will be later. Pretty sure it's next week. I will have to double check, but we'll get it all sorted. And I'll put up a... I'll schedule the event so you all know. A good thing, a good idea I've just come up with. If you are watching this, drop me a message on Instagram. Because I would love to know if anyone is like across both platforms. Be really interesting. Just drop me a message saying I'm here from YouTube. I imagine it'll be no one. But it would be really interesting if there were people. I've sort of stopped using Instagram just because it's quite time consuming. And I feel like you don't get back the time that you put in. Yeah, just didn't feel like it was for me, really. I've still got my Instagram and I will still post stuff, probably. Haven't posted anything in a while. Also, like, my reach and engagement dropped massively overnight because of a change. And they took away the only feature I used anyway, so it made it pretty pointless. And yeah, it just shows me the same things over and over again. It's dead. I'll be back. So, OBS crashed. My face isn't here. Is my voice here? Okay, right, well, seeing as my face isn't there, I suppose we'll stop. But, it was interesting to at least get back to, well, resuming a stream after it's crashed. Not sure if you can hear me. I will have to check. If you can hear me but not see me, I think that's a pretty good start. I'm not sure how you'd get to see me again though. Oh, not sure how this would work. Well, let's have a look. Let's deactivate and reactivate it. Hey! So is the audio working? So is the audio working? It is. Okay, right. Bit laggy. Whoa. Whoa. Well, anyway, I mean, it's working. Just gonna. I'll just be right back. 2 seconds. Well, last time it crashed. I had to make a new stream, so that is progress. Um. Well, I'm not sure how much I lost there. So, some might be lost, but that's okay. Doesn't matter if we lost some dots. Plenty more time to do plenty more dots. Let's call it there, because I'm really happy with a little bit of colour on there. And it's made me feel more positive about how this is going to look. So, I will see you next Sunday, possibly with a guest. Hopefully with a guest. Not sure what happens now. I think I have to end the stream on YouTube, not OBS. Farewell. Have a lovely week or weekend, wherever you are, whenever you are.